Hey everyone, this is just a quick video to take a look at a new feature that is, in my opinion, long overdue in the C# programming language. And it's what Microsoft calls primary constructors. So let's get into it. As you know, a class in C# is the blueprint from which individual objects are created. Classes can have properties, they can have methods, and they can have constructors. Now, traditionally, we'd define a class's properties and then write the constructor to initialize those properties. And that often involves writing a lot of boilerplate code that isn't necessarily productive. So this is where primary constructors come in. Primary constructors allow us to declare and initialize class properties all in one line. So this makes your code cleaner and it makes it more readable. To demonstrate this, let's dive right in and define a class. So here we have a person class with properties of first name and last name. Traditionally, you'd do something like this. So you see how we're writing multiple lines of code here just to define and initialize these properties. Now let's see how we'll do this with a primary constructor. As you can see, we've defined the properties and the constructor in just one line. And that makes our class declaration significantly cleaner and easier to understand. So now let's take a look at how property initialization works with primary constructors. Well, the way properties are initialized is slightly different from traditional constructors. In traditional constructors, we initialize properties inside the constructor. So that requires extra lines of code. But with primary constructors, we initialize properties directly in their declaration. So this initialization is done right after the primary constructor parameters are evaluated, but before the constructor's body is executed. So this type of initialization is beneficial when we need to compute a property's value based on the values of the constructor's parameters. It reduces the amount of code and it improves the readability of what you're doing. One other thing to note here is that if you define a primary constructor, C# doesn't automatically provide a parameterless constructor. This is the key difference from traditional classes. If you need a parameterless constructor, then you have to define it manually like this. So in this code, we're defining a parameterless constructor that calls the primary constructor with default values. So there you have it. You can see how primary constructors in C# can help us write cleaner and more efficient and more readable code. It might seem like a small change, but it can make a significant impact on your coding style. And it does remove a huge source of verbose boilerplate code that existed in C# up until now. And so ultimately, that speeds up how quickly you can write and how quickly you can read some C# code. So I definitely encourage you to get the latest version of C# and start using primary constructors in your C# projects as soon as you're able to integrate this new version. Give it a try and let me know how you get on in the comment section below. Your feedback and suggestions really help a lot and it helps me make better videos, not just on C# but on web development in general. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more exciting programming videos. My name's James Charlesworth and this is the Train to Code YouTube channel.